I'm gonna give you a year's worth of real estate coaching in under 10 minutes. I boiled it down to the 6 lessons that you can apply today in your business. And these same lessons helped me generate $750,000 my first year in business. Let's jump in. Lesson number 1, have a healthy database/CRM. Rule number 1 is this: your database is where you're gonna mine all of your business from. It's where you're gonna take all the contacts on your cell phone when you get started, add them to your database, and start making phone calls. Here's how I would describe a healthy database. Number 1, it's gotta be growing. This is where you're gonna start to find ways to add people into your database to make sure that your business continues to grow and you're putting new people in there daily. The second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that it's super organized. I'm talking every detail you know about people, put it in there, because this is where you're gonna go and team members in the future are gonna go to find out information about your clients, where you can keep tabs on what's happening in their life, their anniversaries, birthdays, the date that they're purchasing, what their time frame is for maybe buying or selling, and you're gonna organize everything, all of your notes, everything. You never know when that person might just pick up the phone and call, and you're gonna wanna have a reference point for your last conversation. The next part of the database is speed to lead. This means if somebody comes into your database through any source, you're gonna follow up with them fast. You're gonna pick up the phone and call them as quickly as you can. Make sure that you're gonna call, text, email. Listen guys, get back to the basics with this. This is all about you doing the basic things really well. Grow your database, organize your database, call people really quickly, and then follow up with them a couple different ways. So the speed to lead is not just how fast you pick up the phone, it's day 2 of that person being in your database. What do? The first 10 days, you should be obsessed with getting in touch with a lead and categorizing them. The whole goal of your database is that when somebody comes in as a lead, you move them over to actually having a designated place in your database. Are they hot, warm, cold? Are they gonna remain a contact? Are you gonna throw them in the trash? What are you gonna do with that person? They can't stay a lead, so speed to lead is super important. And the very last part is you are going to follow up. Have a cadence at which everybody in your database gets touched every quarter. That means you should call every single person in your database 4 times a year. And it's just little check-ins for you to see how people are doing, keeping you top of mind, and showing that you actually have a relationship where you don't just call once a year when you want something from them. You're regularly following up, checking in on their life, using the simple forward script that we'll cover in other videos, which is how's the family doing? How's your occupation? What's going on for recreation? What are you doing for fun? And what are your dreams? Lesson number 2 that'll make you tons of money in this business: get around successful people. This is such a big secret that people forget about all the time, which is you're gonna become the average of the 5 other real estate agents you spend the most time with. You guys are gonna share how you talk about your clients, about how you talk about client delivery, how you explore lead generation. These people are gonna become your business in the future. So get around people that are successful, that you can add value to, and who are gonna shape your thinking. If you're around real estate agents who are always complaining about the market, complaining about clients, complaining about how hard things are, you're gonna become that person. So instead, get around people who are killers. Get around people who inspire you when you're thinking about real estate to know you can do better, to know you can better service your clients, to know that you can do a better job with your marketing. Like, get around people that are doing things at another level, because that's how you're gonna get to the next level as well. And if you need to, go and join a team, get involved with somebody else who's already doing all the things you want to do, because maybe you don't have any friends in the business yet and you have to pay your way to success by joining a team. It'll be well worth it. Number 3, and I can't stress this enough, have a sense of urgency. The reason this is really important is that as soon as you rest on your laurels in this business, deals start to pass you by. And remember, deals, regardless of the market you're in, are probably anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 a commission check on the really low end, up to $20,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in the higher end. So for you, as soon as you rest on your laurels and stop believing and remembering that success is rented and the rent is due every day, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna miss leads, because someone will come into your database and you're not gonna have that urgency to get in touch with them, and someone else will get to them first. There's always someone out there who's hungrier than you. So you should be really hungry to make sure that you have an urgency. That also includes things like when agents are getting in touch with you about deals, get back in touch with them quickly. This is a business that is so driven by emotions. Buyers are emotionally volatile. They might love something and then change their mind if you don't get to them soon enough. Or they might start to think if you don't get back to them soon enough or back to their agent soon enough, then maybe there's a reason you're not getting back to them or there's problems with the property. So I can't stress enough how important urgency is. And when you have that urgency, you can essentially do what I did, which is condense years of real estate education into your first year. So keep that urgency. Lesson number 4 is study models that already exist. The reason I got into real estate estate was I had done all these other entrepreneurial businesses where I needed to create so many things. And in real estate, you don't have to create anything. You don't have to create team structures. You don't have to create marketing ideas. So many of these ideas are already out there. And as Steve Jobs is famous for saying, good artists copy, great artists steal. So take the best of what's working in this business because everybody's giving it to you. Look at this video. I'm shooting a video literally telling you exactly what to go do and you can just run with it. So here's what that means for you. Go out there and look at the models. There's books like The Millionaire Real Estate Agent that we cover in depth over here that you can check out and watch. There's also books like Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents. Then there's books that are a little bit out of left field, like Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini, that teach you about mindset, communication, marketing. There's books like How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, or As a Man Thinketh for your own mindset to understand that you're going to create the world around you. So borrow the models that are working. Don't try and recreate the wheel. And remember, the best lesson for this whole philosophy is use models and systems first and then add creativity on top. If you feel like your business is unstable, it's probably because you flipped that pyramid and you're being creative first and thinking about models second. Use models as the foundation and put creativity on top, and everything else will work for you. This is a business where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Do the things that are proven and work, and you'll be amazed how in your first year you're able to go out and absolutely crush it. Lesson number 5 is hire talent sooner than you think. The second you're in a place where you've got a little bit of money that you're starting to earn and saved up, before you start just enhancing your lifestyle, which is the temptation, go out there and hire people to buy back your time so you can spend more of your time in sales. Listen, if you don't have an administrator, guess what? You're the administrator. If you don't have a marketing person, you're the marketing person. If you don't have a video editor, a communications person, if you don't have any of these people in place, you are that person. So right now in the business, you're wearing all of the hats. The very first thing I did in year 1 is I hired an operations person, I fired them. I hired an admin, I fired them. I hired another admin, I kept them. I hired a marketing person, I kept them. Then I've now hired an operations person again, virtual assistants, inside sales agents. I've hired people quickly because I knew that if they weren't doing it, I was doing it. So there's a really good book on this as well, which is called Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. It's all about you understanding that your time has a dollar per hour value. You can pay someone else to do the task so you can get back to focusing on sales, talking with your clients, and building your reputation and putting out great marketing. That's where the opportunity is in this business. So don't hesitate to go out and hire people. The other amazing thing, we were talking about models. You know how many models there are in this business? If you just go to YouTube or you subscribe to this channel right now, we're gonna break down for you all throughout YouTube, all these different people sharing exactly what to look for when you're hiring, how to use the DISC assessment test to be able to break down and understand what qualities line up with your qualities and how you score on that DISC and what your strengths and weaknesses are. All of it's available, so go out and hire people. The other big thing is when you hire people, you're gonna start to develop a culture. It's gonna make the work more fun. You're not gonna have to go it alone. And once again, if you don't wanna hire people, the other thing you can do is join a team. So keep that in mind. Lesson number 6 is fail fast. The difference with being urgent and getting back to people and responding to people quick and having a sense of like leaning forward, getting it done. This one here is all about you understanding that the fastest way for you to learn is going to involve tons of failure. If you're around people that already have the answers, you're going to learn really quick, but you still are going to need to go and fail some stuff. You're going to need to fail some negotiations to really understand how it works. You're going to need to go knock on some doors, maybe have some embarrassing, difficult conversations for you to start to realize how to avoid those, how to navigate the conversations. The more you're able to fail in this business or any business for that matter, the quicker you're going to succeed. So the number one thing that's probably going to hold you back is the fear of failure. And really what that's going to hold you back from is progress. Failure is synonymous with progress. They're the same thing. So don't be afraid. Get out there, have conversations, ask for help, get in front of as many people as possible. Do whatever it takes your first year in the business to just get in front of as many people as possible. We're sharing in this video the 6 lessons that I think are the most important. And I really mean that failure is probably the one to cap them all off. You got to get out there and fail. And if there's anything I would have done more in my first year, it actually would have been find more ways to fail, more conversations to struggle through, more opportunities to be in front of clients. Just do as much of that as you can, and you're going to be amazed at how much you succeed in this business. So there's our 6 tips for you, our 6 big lessons that I learned my first year. It helped me sell over 30 houses. It helped me have a really big epiphany about business and how businesses run. And what you can do is we have an entire playlist of agent education that you can go check out right now. And all you gotta do is click on it. You're gonna absolutely love it. We're gonna break down things like sales techniques and strategies, marketing marketing, exactly where all of my business came from my first year. It's all right here in this playlist. So go check it out, my friends. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. My name's Nicolle. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers.